Good morning, everybody. I hope my little mic is working. So, I wanted to come on and talk to you about things that I will be using up before I buy any more. And I realized that this might be a good time to do this video because we just got a whole bunch of stuff for Christmas. And, we were also recently looking over closets and organizing things, and we have come to realize that there is an excess of certain things in our house. So here is the list of my items that I'm using up before I buy any more of it. Are you ready? Number one on the list, moisturizers. We are inundated with moisturizers right now. And I even got some moisturizers as gifts. I love any gift that I get, even if it's something that I already have, because usually the person will buy a brand or scent I've never tried before. But because there are so many in the house right now, my goal, and I actually think this is a realistic goal, we're going to be using up all of the moisturizer that is in this house before we buy any more. Because we have face lotion, body lotion, hand lotion, so many types of lotion, and it just needs to get used up. My favorite personally is the CeraVe. I think that kind of covers everything, and you can use it on your face and your body. Uh, we have a giant tub of it too. But in addition to that, we have a couple of Jergens products. I'm using Pure, P-U-R, cloud cream on my face. And so we are, we could slather ourselves with moisturizer for the entire month and still have lots left over. So the goal is to try to get rid of all of the moisturizers, and hopefully at the end of the year, we'll be empty again. Second thing that we're not going to be buying any of until we run out of it is office products. We have so many pads, pens, pencils, envelopes, paper. I mean, we might run out of paper for the printer and have to buy that. But office products, there's a lot of stuff here that we do not need to buy. And I'm actually going to talk to my spouse about this and just remind, like, hey, look, remember, this is everything that we don't need. We also have an abundance of stamps in our house. We buy forever stamps. And I mean, that's a great thing to buy if you're going to be using them regularly. The business that I was in that required a lot of stamps slowed down because now I'm doing more virtual stuff and just don't go to the post office as much. So I want to use up all of the office supplies that we have before we buy anything else. And I really seriously mean I want every pen to run out of ink and end up either in the garbage, or we save the pen because it's a special pen. It might have a sentimental value to it. And so we get the pen refill. But we don't need any more office supplies. I also don't feel like we need any more craft supplies. I'm actually thinking of going through my craft supplies and decluttering some of it, giving some of them away. There are things that I use during the year. I think I'm reaching a point where my inventory for art supplies and craft supplies is really high, and I need to use it up and then give those projects away to people when it's their birthday or some other special occasion where they're getting a handmade, homemade gift. Where I picked, say, if they're a fan of eagles, I'm making some sort of piece of artwork that has a bald eagle on it, and then I give it away to them. So using those supplies up so that I have, you know, a dwindling inventory and more space as the year goes on. I actually really wanted to get into needle pointing or other types of embroidery type crafting, and I decided not to because when I was looking at the kits, I just thought of all the other things that I have, in the supply closet that I can work on instead of working on and bringing a new thing into the house. So I don't know if any of you relate to that, but that's one of the things that I'm working on right now. In addition to that, we're also going to be doing a no buy on certain cereals and grains. My diet has recently switched, and so I'm supposed to be trying to eat more rice. We actually have a bunch of rice in the closet, and so I want to get through all of that before we go out and we buy a new box or bag or, you know, start replenishing that pantry item. We also have a ton of spices. Unless there is a reason for a particular spice in a recipe, I do not want to add any more spices to our multitude of spices that we have in our pantry. I was actually looking at items today to try to better organize the pantry. Organizing the pantry and organizing the two closets upstairs are goals that, we have in our family for 2025. And again, I think when my husband is faced with the amount of stuff that is in that closet and what the inventory of items is, we'll have a conversation. Do we really need all of this, or can we share it with friends and family that might need it? Other things that I want to use up and get out of here. There are some electronics that we have that actually have been used up. They're old, they've been replaced. But what I need to do is I need to go in there and strip it so that it can be either donated or resold or recycled. But we have some electronics that need to go out the door. We have our new items. We should be good for 2025. And so there's no reason to buy anything else. Makeup. I am actually good on foundation and lip products. The only thing that I will probably need to replace, and that's because of how quick the shelf life is, and that's mascara. So I've got a no buy, use it up on makeup. And I'm just kind of curious if there's anything out there that is on your use it up challenge, or something that you're trying to decrease the inventory, or we really need to have less of this in the house. We're not buying any candy or processed sugar. That's been replaced by natural whole fruits, and I'm eating more Greek yogurt these days because of the diet that I'm on, and just trying to be healthier and, follow my doctor's instructions so that hopefully I'm at my peak health and I can reach some of my health goals for 2025. Other use it up items. We have an abundance of tissue paper and wrapping paper right now. So there is a no buy for that. And I'm going to see if I can convince my spouse that we don't need to buy wrapping paper, at least the large rolls anymore. Really and truly, when we get the wrapping paper, it's such a hassle to store. And still am a big believer that bags are the way to go. He enjoys the rolls of paper. So we're going to discuss, what's better. But right now we have a roll of wrapping paper um, that's, not Christmas paper. Christmas paper is not here. And then we'll try to use that stuff up. What else is on the no buy? I already mentioned craft items. Um, I think I mentioned all the electronics. Use it up. Oh, we're trying to use up all of the cleaners that we have. And this was the example that inspired this video. I was in a store today and I saw the pink stuff, which a lot of cleaners who do their cleaning videos on YouTube, they highly recommend. And I would have loved to have gotten it. It was on sale for $5.99, but I was just like, I have so many cleaners in the house right now. We have like an abundance because my husband thought that we were out of a particular cleaner and he repurchased it, even though we had an, a 2-pack already. So we ended up having a 4-pack. So we're trying to use up those cleaners and then we'll assess what cleaners do we really need, and also do we need to buy the most giant version, because then we have to figure out how to store it. And yeah, we have a pantry, but it's not a huge pantry. uh, Again, storage and closet space in this house, once it gets organized, I think we'll be able to fit more stuff. But right now, like, I'm, slightly overwhelmed. All of the Christmas stuff needs to get worked into its home. It hasn't found a home yet. Um, Downstairs is cleaned up. The tree has been put away. The Christmas lights are down, but the house still isn't back to normal. So that's where we are as we come to the conclusion of 2025. I think it's possible that on New Year's Day, I will actually be organizing a closet, which is not a terrible way to spend the day. And it's pretty organized. It just needs to, like I said, be worked on in light of some of the Christmas presents that we got and finding room for new inventory that has come in. Anyway, I hope that you all have a really wonderful end of the year. 2024 definitely had its ups and downs for us. Like I said, health is going to be a priority for me, and it will continue to be in 2025. I wish you and your family many blessings, wealth, health, and just the peace that you have, and knowing that we are a community of people and we do watch out for each other. So remember to like the video, subscribe to the video, and we have new content that comes out every week. Thank you and Happy New Year. I love you guys.